Hey there, Gemini. It's Ashley. We're going to be doing your reading for the week of November 8th. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to zoom in on the 11/11 portal that's happening on November 11th. We're going to look at what you're manifesting right now, whether you're conscious of it or not. We're going to look at what you need to be aware of, and then any messages that want to come through from your guides. So it may or may not resonate, depending on whether or not you're aware that you are manifesting this. So I kind of left it open so that it could apply to either or. So this could show up as something that you know that you are working on. You're consciously making an effort to manifest something in your life. This could also be something that you're manifesting on a subconscious level, and then the purpose of this reading is to make you aware of that. So we're gonna see what we get here for Gemini, and definitely let me know down in the comments below if you enjoy this reading, if it's something that you feel like was helpful, or perhaps you don't like it at all. Let me know down below, and definitely leave me a like and a subscribe. I appreciate any energy you give the channel, so thanks for being here, for watching. So let's get going. So if you don't know, the 11/11 portal is essentially happening on November 11th. It's the holds the energy of the 11/11 number, which is rapid manifestation, rapid ascension. It's often associated with Archangel Metatron, as he is the Archangel of Ascension. And so we're going to see what's coming up for you. What's going on with Gemini? We have the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Two of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Tower, the Six of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. So it could certainly be working to manifest a new beginning in love, or even an offer that is associated with something that you would love, that would make your emotions overflow. And so we're going to see what that's about. Now, I do feel like this is probably going to be a love reading. We'll certainly clarify and see if any other messages come through, but it does look to be like something associated with love here. So let's look at what you're manifesting right now, and it looks like you're doing well here. We have the To Be Fair card, which to me is the Justice card of this oracle deck. You can see that she has an owl sitting atop her head, and she has the scales across the back of her shoulders. So she's definitely using her wisdom to balance her relationships, her experiences in life, trying to put in the right amount of effort, but not so much that it introduces an imbalance, right? Could actually be manifesting something to do with justice, like legal action. You may be waiting for actual legal justice to take place. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card. You can see the Four Wands take that shape. And the Six of Cups. So it does look like someone here is waiting for a union with a soulmate. So let's look into this and see if we can get some additional details. So of course you might be aware of this, especially if you've been in this kind of waiting for something to come to fruition. But it is possible that you could be waiting on a subconscious level for someone to come around here. Now with the Six of Cups, it could certainly be a soulmate that you have already had interactions with in this life. Someone from your past. So why do we have this Seven of Pentacles? We have the Hierophant. And the Eight of Cups. For some of you, you are trying to manifest a divorce and wanting to walk away from a commitment here. So you may actually be waiting for something like a divorce to be finalized or the splitting of assets to be finalized here. Let's see. With the Four of Wands, we get the Three of Wands and the High Priestess. And with the Six of Cups, we have the Emperor and the Three of Pentacles. So I'm kind of getting both here. I feel like there is someone out there, or some of you, that are actually waiting for a divorce to take place. It could be your divorce. It could be this soulmate's divorce. You know, perhaps you have met or are seeking a union with someone that is already married and you're waiting for their separation to become official. And then for others, I do feel like you could be it's almost like waiting on, it's like you know that your divorce is coming to, or going to come to a completion. You're attempting to make sure that that happens as quickly as possible because you're waiting for expansion, for freedom from this relationship, for balance to take place in your life, whereas maybe in the past it's been imbalanced. And this could certainly be a counterpart that you have a strong soul connection with, that you attempted to work with, to build with, and for whatever reason, that didn't work out. For others, I'm also feeling like you have kind of come into this place where you want a commitment, you want to come together in union with this person, and you want to build something with them. You might be seeing a lot of threes, by the way. That's only going to apply to some of you. But if they don't commit, you're ready to walk away. You're ready to walk away from this if they can't commit and meet you halfway, right? And I think on some level, on some intuitive level, You know that at some point the two of you may come together in this union, but it's kind of like this waiting game. You've been waiting for the soulmate to figure it out, for them to step into perhaps their divine masculine energy to take control and to meet you where you want to be met, right? So take that as it resonates. I feel like a couple of stories were coming through there, but it does feel like that's something that you are manifesting right now. That's something that you spend some time focusing on. You might be doing some shadow work on yourself to attempt to bring about this union. Just trying to better yourself. You might very well be on a spiritual path here that kind of puts you in this position. For some of you, this could be a twin flame situation that you're dealing with. So take that as it resonates. That's not going to fit everyone's story. So in the second row here, this is what you need to be aware of if you're not aware of it already. We have healing the heart. So certainly some healing needed here with that card coming out. It does look like there's been a lot of wisdom gained as a result of some pain. You've been rejected. You've gone through some heartbreak here. You may have even been dealing with someone that was, a bit emotionally unavailable. And they might have approached you in a way that was, I don't want to say cold, though we do have the Emperor and the King of Swords here. You could be dealing with an air sign here. And speaking of, we also have Pisces, Aries, and Taurus showing up, as well as Scorpio here. But I do get this feeling that this person was often very logical. Very mental about things. Now, Gemini, this King of Swords can certainly be your energy as well. So take it as it resonates. But I do feel like you were showing up here as someone that has been through the ringer when it comes to heartbreak and those kinds of painful experiences when it comes to relationships. But I also feel like this King of Swords energy could be talking about your counterpart here and how closed off from the emotional side of themselves they may have been, right? So let's get some more detail here on what it is you need to be most aware of as far as this healing journey that you're experiencing right now. We have the King of Swords. We have the Lovers. And the Six of Cups. So again, could certainly be dealing with another air sign here. But I think that both of you, and I want to make sure I mention this before it's gone, I do feel that both of you are completely aware of the fact that you have a soul connection on another level. So you feel this very strong tie, this very strong bond with this person. You may have had past life karma with this person, maybe many lifetimes. And I feel like you recognize that. I think that your counterpart is also aware of that. Even if they don't say it. Even if they don't believe in that kind of thing. There's something about it that may confuse them because it's not logical, right? It's not something that can be proven scientifically, but I think that they are beginning to recognize that that's a very strong possibility. You may have even talked about this with them at some point, and maybe they shrugged it off, or they kind of ignored you, or however they kind of took that information. But I do feel like they're beginning to figure that out, and acknowledge that as a real possibility. With the Five of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. And with the Three of Swords, we have the Moon and the Four of Pentacles. So I think what is showing up here is actually talking about this counterpart. Again, like I said, this can be your energy, Gemini, as it is an air sign. But I actually feel like this is your counterpart. So just take this as it resonates. They don't have to be an air sign. But again, like I was saying, I feel like they probably have been a bit cold or just unemotional with you in the past. And again, all of that information about them coming into this clarity about your connection was coming through strongly here. So I think what the whole point of this row is so that you can be made aware of the fact that they might be hiding quite a bit of pain underneath that cold or hardened exterior. And I do feel like they are taking steps at this point to maybe heal some, I almost want to say like kind of ancestral karma that they have kind of been born into here as well. You might know, or maybe you don't, but I do feel like there's some sort of tie with the family here on this kind of this abandonment wound, and I do feel like on some level they kind of manifested that with you, as like, and it could have been unconscious at the time, but I do believe they're kind of starting to gain clarity on that. I also feel like this person probably hides a lot, again, hides their emotions with the Moon showing up here, the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. I think they're probably more heartbroken about this split than they allow you to see. I think they remain guarded because they're afraid of more heartbreak as well. So there's a lot of this abandonment wound and fear of a broken heart happening. But I do feel like they're putting in the effort here. It may be that the person in this dynamic that you're dealing with is less spiritual, or they're more like earth-based, if that makes sense. They're less about this being a spiritual journey. They might not buy into all of that stuff, kind of like I was saying, but I do feel like they are in their own way trying to heal themselves here. And so I do feel like that is maybe some reassurance for some of you, because I do feel like this person really hides it very well. And they might even be a bit cross and nasty with you as a way of maintaining that kind of harder outer shell. So as far as, something to be aware of, there's that. Now, messages from your guides, we have creation. You can see the sacred geometry there with the flower of creation. It says expansion in your life. So quite a beautiful card to get there from your guides. We have the Two of Wands. I always forget to mute this. Hold on. We have the Two of Wands, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like there could be a surprising new, how do I want to say this, development coming in here. So let's see what that's about. Definitely a new passionate beginning here with the Ace of Wands, and let's not forget we still have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. So let's get some clarification on this. With the Two of Wands, we have the Seven of Wands and the Page of Wands. The Tower, we have the Knight of Swords. So definitely some kind of surprising communication coming in. Perhaps some truth. Oh, and the Empress. And then with the Ace of Wands, we have the Chariot and the Star. So we have some Aquarius, Cancer, Taurus, Libra, Scorpio showing up here. I almost feel like you've perhaps been waiting for communication from this person. They might have some strong fire in their chart that won't apply to all of you. But I do feel like you've kind of been waiting. It's like waiting for communication, for them to perhaps even make a choice here. But at the same time, I also feel like you've kind of recognized, especially for those that either wanted a commitment or were going to walk away, right? So that's not going to apply to everyone, but for those in particular, I do feel like you're kind of standing your ground here. You want to move forward, you want to expand, and I feel like the message to your person, if you haven't actually spoken it, is get with it, get on the train, it's leaving the station here, kind of feeling here. We do have the Tower, the Knight of Swords, and the Chariot here, so I do feel like there's even a potential here that you might be announcing a move to this person, because you're moving forward in your path. You're going out and chasing your destiny. You're going for it. You have already stepped into your power. You're taking control and following your path. And, you know, they can either stay or go. Not that you don't care, but, you know, there's nothing left for you to do here. They have to kind of do their work, right? So there could certainly be some sort of shocking communication coming in from the Empress in this dynamic. So it could be the feminine energy. That does not mean female. It's just the person in this dynamic that assumes the strongest feminine energy. So I do feel like that's a potential here. And it could very well be that there's a move involved here. Or at least movement, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be that you've decided to, you know, pack up in LA and move to New York. It could just be that you've decided to go ahead and take steps towards your destiny here, towards this new thing that you're very passionate about. And I feel like that is what your guides want you to know. It's okay to keep expanding, to shake things up a bit here. And I do feel like as soon as I said that, I feel like part of the message here, especially if you're dealing with a twin flame dynamic, is that you're moving forward and continuing to expand on your own path, creating something, you know, bringing your mission work online or however that applies to you. I do feel like that is going to be the thing that shakes things up. You can't keep waiting for this counterpart to do their healing, because then you're stagnant, right? It's like the thing that spurs them along is for you to keep moving forward. I do think you're going to have a lot of victory here when it comes to whatever this new endeavor is as well. So that's super positive. I think that's my favorite of the 11/11 portal readings so far. Looking pretty good, Gemini. I hope you found that helpful. Let me know down below what you thought of this reading. A little bit different than what we've done in the past. So it was a little bit of an experiment, but keep an eye out for your eclipse bonus. I do believe that will be done and uploaded by the end of today, Gemini, if that's something you're interested in checking out. I will see you next time. Bye.